So there we go. So if you can introduce yourself to people who will be viewing this today.
I'm Tabitha Skye. I'm an artist from Jacksonville, Florida. And I'm here with Yasmia to do the interview.
And we are so glad to have you here today. So, Tabitha, as you stated, you are an artist. And how did you get into art?
I got into art when I was really young. My mother was an artist, but I didn't really start taking it seriously until about 2 years ago.
Really?
So, yeah. So I
And what?
just made it.
Oh,
I
sorry.
just made it like it's okay. I just made it my business like 2 years ago.
And what
Yeah.
inspired you to start making a business from this?
I just was so inspired by, when we really got onto social media, I just started seeing a lot of girls and women that were successful at doing it. So I just figured, like, why not, take a swing at it and just see where things go. And it was really rough, like the first year, but this whole year has been really good. So
And so how has your business been with everything going on with like the pandemic and like quarantine?
yeah, a lot of people ask me that, and I'm really grateful that it's been good. I don't know. I think maybe people are just home and spending more time online. So maybe, they're able to see my process and they just want cool artwork for their home. So it's been good for me.
I love that. And can you tell
Yeah.
me who like inspires you as an artist? Like, do you have any of your own like favorite artists that you look up to?
Yeah, I have a few different people that I've been following for a really long time. Tiffany B. Chanel, she's one. Koval, it's Koval. She's a graphic artist. I know she does like fine art too, but she's really dope. Susai, if I'm pronouncing it right. Um, Whitney Austin. There's a lot. They're all women. It's like I just love, there are a lot of women I follow.
I mean, of course, especially like nowadays, we want to see more female artists. We want to see more Hispanic artists, which
Mhm.
does bring me to my next question. As a Hispanic artist, do you feel like there is like a difference between you and other artists, or do you think it further enhances your art?
I think it further enhances my art a little bit because obviously like my perspective will always be different than anyone else. It's something that makes me unique. So yeah, I think it does. It does a
And
lot.
what are your favorite pieces that you've created? And probably like later on, if you are okay with it, we'll ask you for like maybe like a digital version of these so we can post it on the video later on.
Okay. I have like they're all it's so hard to choose, but I would say like three right now. I have and all three two of them are earlier ones that I've done, like the beginning of last year. And then I have one recently. I just did this one behind me. I
I
just
love
did that
that.
one. I really like it. Yeah. So I was thinking,
I love your pieces. They're so amazing. I love looking on them when I see them on social media.
yeah, thank you so much. That means a lot.
And can you tell us about your art style?
Yeah, so that's something that right now I think because I consider myself as like new, like a new artist. I'm just now starting to, I never went to art school or anything like that. So I never really developed techniques to kind of like form my style, if that makes sense. Like I've been playing with a lot of different stuff lately, um, just to find kind of the direction I want to go in. I know what my style is based off of, but I don't really know how to the terms and all that surrealism and all this different like the terms. I really haven't like figured out what exactly it is, but I know I have been using mixed media a lot.
All
So
right.
mixed media,
Oh no,
different
sorry.
it's okay. Different mediums like spray paint, pastels, acrylic paint. So I've been like mixing it up lately.
Oh, that's cool. I've never
Fun.
seen a lot of people do mixed media.
Mhm.
I've met a couple artists. A lot of them have their own type, like specific style, but I always loved the idea of mixed media.
Yeah, me too.
It's
It's
very
so fun.
unique.
Yeah, I think so too.
And you said you were stationed over in Jacksonville, Florida, correct?
Yep, I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. It's northeast.
And so in Jacksonville, do you have any like locations where your art can be seen, or are you planning to make bigger pieces?
Right now I was supposed to do a show over this summer, but since COVID and everything happened, a lot of things like that, to my knowledge, aren't really going on. I do want to get my pieces into some like restaurants or something like that. So that's something I'm gonna start looking into. But I do have a mural that I've done here with 11 other girls.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
And where can people see that if they wanted to see your work?
It's in Springfield. If you ever come to Jacksonville, or if you do live in Jacksonville and you're seeing this, it's in Springfield, 1255 North Main Street, I believe.
Okay. So it's a mural. What is the mural of?
It's so this amazing girl, Nico, she put together all of us girls to do a cosmic themed mural. We all have like different stuff, but it's all cosmic themed. So, like alien stuff, planet stuff, different stuff like that. It's really cool. It was cool to work with them.
Oh, I love that. Especially, I love a lot of like the cosmic stuff.
Yeah, me
Probably
too.
anything with like a mild witchy vibe probably hits me a little. Could be
Yeah.
my name, Sabrina the Witch.
Yeah.
And so, what are your goals as an artist? Like, what are your like near goals? What are your like farther goals? And like 10 years, 5 years? What are you thinking of?
I definitely just want to get more involved, community wise. That's always like been a major goal for me since I was younger because of a lot of like the violence in Jacksonville. I mean, it's a great city, but the area that I grew up in was prone to things like that. So I definitely want to show a lot of kids that, you can make a life for yourself, doing artwork or doing other things besides the typical, so that's a goal of mine, and to do a solo show probably within the 5 year, probably next year. A
Oh my
little
gosh.
soon. Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing. I always love seeing that. I have a friend who's an artist too, also stationed in Jacksonville. And she
Yeah.
was supposed to do a show as well, in the last few months, and she couldn't do it because of COVID.
What's her name?
Ed Marie Hernandez.
Okay, I haven't heard of her, but I'm sure she's amazing.
She does mostly like water work, like
Yeah.
underwater type of style.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people from Jacksonville. I lived there for a couple months before, like around COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was very different. I was moving from Tampa, so
Okay. Oh, see, I'm one of those people. I'm like, I want to go to Tampa and see how it is.
yes,
I've
Tampa's
never
weird.
been.
Really? You've never been to Tampa?
Just Miami and Jacksonville and like a few other small cities.
Oh no, I grew up in Orlando and like I went to college in Tampa, so that was
Oh,
fun.
Florida girls.
Yes, just
Yeah.
became a New York girl, so that was a fun time.
Ooh,
And
I love New York.
I am obsessed. It's cold right now, but
Yeah, but
so
it's
is
so,
Florida right now.
it is cold. It is cold here. It's 40 something degrees.
Oh my goodness, that's wild. So forever who
40,
so forever who's watching this, Florida does get cold.
it does get very cold. Unless you're in Miami, then it's kind of, in Miami it gets kind of cold too. A
Yeah, I think
little
right
bit.
now they're like in the 60s.
Yeah.
That's cold for Miami.
Yeah, it is cold.
My goodness. And then oh wait, sorry, I forgot the question I was gonna ask. Um, so do you want to stay like in Florida, or are you planning on like moving your art or trying to like transition it to like other states and cities?
I've been thinking about that a lot. I know I'm gonna stay here another year, but I lived in Atlanta for 6 years. So I just moved back here 2 years ago. And that's when I just started like taking off my art here. But I'm just kind of used to a bigger city.
I completely
So
understand.
it's either gonna be Atlanta or Miami for me, I think, again.
Miami does have a very large, like, Hispanic population, very, like, Latina based
Yeah.
population. Do you think that would further influence your work, or do you add like any type of like of your own culture within your artwork?
I think it would influence me for sure. Miami's inspiring for me all in general. I've been there a few times, a lot of times, and I really love it there. And it's a huge art scene there too.
Really?
Yeah,
I've
super diverse too.
I've never been to Miami, unfortunately. You would think I would have been there, but like, can you tell us why you love Miami? Like, tell us like what influences you, like what
From
draws
Miami,
you to there. Yeah.
I think I just love being by water. I don't know, like tropical vibes, but in the U.S. I don't know. I like that a lot. It's just I just really like the water. I'm a views girl, nature girl, so I like being at the beach, stuff like that. I mean, simple stuff like that is inspiring to me. It's just so nice. I don't know.
It's nice, it's calm. Lots of people like I've seen a lot of artists take a lot of inspiration from nature around them.
Yeah,
And would you say that you do the same thing, that you take like inspiration from nature around you?
I think so. Yeah. There's not a lot in Jax, but yeah, when I when I get out, no, but anywhere. I mean, even if I'm outside and it's nice outside and just little things, can
Hmm.
really influence. Because I love color, so I love using color.
I see from some of the pieces you have in the background, like I see lots of color and like vibrance within your pieces. And
Yeah.
just in case, I'll state like your Instagram user, so that way when people want to see your work, they can just go straight to your Instagram page or any of your like websites if you have any.
My handle on Instagram is I am Tabitha Skye, Skye, Tabitha Skye. And then I do have a website, www.tabithaskye.com.
All right. And so you are, for anyone who would love to check her work, please check out her Instagram and her website. She has beautiful work. I
Thank
love it.
you.
It's very, I do want to purchase one of your pieces at some point. Maybe when I have a little bit more money. I need it. I
Yeah.
believe in paying artists what they're worth, and I feel like you are worth all the money.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I'm working on some new stuff. I've been taking kind of like a hiatus for a little bit. I did a mural recently and it just was more based off of my skill than my style. So I think that I had to take a step back and really just think about the projects that I take on. And I think it's important also for other artists, if anyone sees this, to make sure that, you're also being compensated for your style and your skill, not just for like, oh, they can draw this, so let me get them to do it, but they can draw this way and they're going to, so I'm going to drop some new stuff this week though. I'm excited.
Oh, that's so great. I love that. I'm very excited. Oh,
Yeah. I've
and
been
how
missing.
has, oh,
Yeah.
and how has, as just as a person, like personal question, with everything going on with like the pandemic and COVID, how has like your mental health been like handling this? I know that's been a lot of struggle for like artists and like creators.
Hmm. It's been rough, girl. I think that I'm naturally a homebody and I'm naturally really introverted, but this is like taking it like overboard. And now I'm just like, oh my God, I just at least want to have the freedom to go and like travel and see my friends, or travel and go like see new things. Cause traveling inspires me a lot too. So it's been rough, but we're making it. I have like a really good support system, that's important.
Important to have.
Yeah.
And what is the first thing you're gonna do when everything has like calmed down and COVID or quarantine lessens? Like, what is one of the first things you want to do?
Get on a plane. and go either out the country or to another, probably the West Coast.
Oh my God, really? And where in the West Coast?
Probably Cali, LA. One of my really good friends lives out there too. But I've been missing it a lot. I did have the chance to go to New York right before quarantine, so I'm not missing it as much, but definitely like West Coast or out of the country.
I understand me moving to New York was a weird time to move in the middle of quarantine, but plane tickets are very cheap right now,
Yeah.
like
No,
insanely so.
New York's amazing. I think it's perfect for artists too. I thought about moving there too.
Really? And what stopped you from moving up to New York?
I don't know. I just heard it was like super expensive, but I know artists that are thriving up there. So I'm like, I don't know. I think after the year here, just see how things pan out. And then I'll kind of like decide where I want to go, like narrow it down.
I think that's a smart idea. I also think like whichever place you choose, they all have like very big like art scenes. So you'll
Hmm.
be thriving wherever you go. It's just
Yeah.
depending on like which one at the moment.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh
I
my
think
gosh.
by,
Hmm?
by next year I'll have it figured out for sure.
And so, is it wrong that we want to know a little bit of your new stuff dropping out this week? Do you have any
Okay.
sneak peek for us?
I do have one right here. So this is, hold on, let me, I don't know if you can, the lighting is kind of bad, but this is a
Oh,
King Von. This is, somebody got this for a commission, but I don't know if you can see. It's like, it's really colorful, but he is in black and white, but I'm gonna add color to it.
mhm.
Um, yeah, a girl that I know, she commissioned that, and it was cool doing it. Sometimes it's emotional doing people that have passed.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And I never listened, honestly, I didn't listen to his music like that. I was the same way with Nipsey Hussle. I didn't really listen to his music like that. Because he's a West Coast artist, you know, and I just never really listened. But once I did the painting that I did with him, I was like, oh my gosh, I was missing out. And this guy had some really good music too.
Oh.
Yeah.
And are you often commissioned to do art like that? Like,
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, sometimes.
and you said it was kind of like an emotional experience. Like,
Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, like I don't know. It just sucks when lives are taken too soon. But I'm glad to like create art out of that and make something beautiful out of that and provide it for someone that will like cherish it. So it's bittersweet, you know?
it is. And
Yeah.
for commissions, when you do commission-based work, I'm not gonna be asking prices, but like, what is like, how small do you make the work, and how large do you offer work for commissions?
The smallest I do usually is 18 by 24 because I just really like working on big surfaces. I don't know, it's just nice. But I do have like my whole process. I have like a price sheet where I have different sizes to choose from and all that jazz, you know. But I do start at 18 by 24, which is not that small.
18 by 24. So like,
It. I'm trying to think. What can
I'm very bad
well,
at sizing.
I know if I did put something up, you wouldn't really be able to tell. I do have I think this. Hold on. Let me see something. This is 18 by 24, I think. Okay.
Oh, that's pretty big, yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I love the colors on that.
Yeah. This is for one of my friends too. Yeah, so it's pretty large. I don't really like doing small stuff. I just feel like I get done so quick and I'm just like, I don't know. I like to take my time on it.
I understand, and especially because like, I don't know. I'm not an artist, so I wouldn't know about like making smaller ones, but I feel like yours are such like big like media pieces and like they're so colorful that it needs to be bigger.
Yeah. I am gonna start I don't really like painting really small pieces. If someone really wanted something really small, of course I probably would do it, but people usually, they want the bigger stuff. But I am gonna start doing prints
Oh,
soon. I'm trying to figure out what's the best printer to get right now, and then I'm like ready to get it as soon as I figure that out, and like try different ones. But those are gonna be a little smaller.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you're gonna start making prints soon in the future. So people, if you want to buy prints, you know where to go. We gave you the Instagrams, we gave you the website. You know where to get the prints.
Yes.
Oh my
I
gosh.
believe
And
2021 starting January I'm gonna do them.
new year, new
Yeah.
art, new work. I love it.
hmm
And so one of my final questions is, what is your favorite part about being an artist?
My favorite part about being an artist is probably just being able to connect with people and inspiring people, not really for my benefit, but just the fact that people can see that they can do it, and they probably should do it because it's something that a lot of people want to do. They come to me a lot about that, and I think that's cool. But just connecting with people and talking about art with people and like opening up those conversations, I just think that's really nice.
I think that's great. And I'm glad because like we got to I like here at Yes Mija, we got to meet you because of your art.
Yeah,
And I
it's
think
so
that's a really
exciting.
nice connection. We got to meet such a wonderful artist today.
Yeah, I love you guys' this whole platform and everything. I think it's so nice. The clothing is so nice. I love it.
Oh, we're
I
so
love what.
excited. Our founder
Yeah,
has new pieces coming out. She's very hyped about everything right now.
yeah, I know. It's exciting.
And I'm glad you love us and we love you. We're so excited about your work. We are here to promote all the Hispanic women everywhere.
Yes, I'm so excited. You guys are the best. Thank you for reaching out to me as well.
Of course, and thank you for accepting our interview. We loved having you here. And we hope that to see more of your work soon. And of course, we will be posting your work on our page as well as promoting you in every aspect to make sure that you get all the views and things.
Thank you. You guys
So
are the
thank you guys for watching. Once again, you can go to her Instagram and her website to see all of her wonderful artwork coming out soon and her new prints coming out next year. It's really
Mhm.
soon, guys, 2021. So
Yeah, less than a month. So,
we're so excited. So thank you again for meeting with us today.
yes, thank you everyone for watching, and thank you again.